So, you are originally from, is it Nigeria? I want to
I was
say.
born in Nigeria. Yeah.
That's so cool. So it's always cool to get a perspective from people. How long did you live there? Well, how long have you been here? I should say before I ask this
I
question.
lived there. I think we moved here when I was about 5,
Okay.
and I'm
Okay.
43 now. So
Yeah. Okay. But your family that still lives there, or what do you see like that America, as far as, education, being a doctor here, seeing how things are done in other countries. What do you see that is probably the biggest difference in like the American way of education? If you could pontificate on that.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna butcher his name, but I think it was Charles Cromather. I'm butchering his name, but
Mhm.
he was actually a doctor, and he passed away a few years ago. And he basically he was a doctor. He was paralyzed during maybe residency. He was a psychiatrist, and eventually he mostly was a political commentator. And
Mhm.
he said something really beautiful, which is that America is the only country. I don't know that this is the truth for fact, but he said that America is the only country that was that's based on an idea. So you can actually have an America in other places, like if the ideas are adopted.
Mhm.
And I mean, I think it's a reflection of God and God's blessings that this idea of really putting a lot of recognizing the importance of the individual, and
Mhm.
individual autonomy, freedom, and all that can come from that in terms of the possibilities from freedom, and just trying to put in enough guardrails so that that was protected, and that there's enough structure so that things are orderly in terms of
Yeah.
the government's role, and at the same time sort of limiting that, because the wise men who founded this country were very clear that the tendency for power is for accrual of more of it, and
Mhm.
not less of it. Men who understood the motivations of men, started
Yeah.
this country, and it's just very special. And I really I believe that model in other places would yield similarly fantastic results. Unfortunately, it's not been something that most of the world has been able to gain access to for a combination of different reasons. But this
For
is
sure.
this is a very special place.
Absolutely. And I think that is why, when we see Governor DeSantis fighting so hard to keep the freedoms that were so hard fought for, it is so endearing to many of us, because when you don't have freedom, I mean, everything starts there. You know what I mean? Being able to think for yourself, being able to do life how you see fit to do your own life, it is precious. And when that's on the verge of being taken away, um it's really unfortunate, especially in a place like America.